tengok tu. Sekejap. Aduh.
And of the metal bar.
Aha. Okay, you are going to hit
Hit
the
the,
metal bar, right? So what will happen when
yeah,
you hit the metal bar?
the metal bar will expand.
Thank you. The metal bar will expand. How do you know?
Because it can fit the,
Yes, okay, thank you. So, what you do, okay, you hit the end of the metal bar, okay, for 5 minutes. And then, you try to fit the hot metal bar into the gauge again. So, you will find out that the metal bar will not fit the gauge. Okay? So, why is that? That is because the solid has expanded. Okay, the second diagram shows okay a conical flask. Okay, there is colored water in the conical flask. There is colored water in the conical flask. Okay, what happened to the colored water? Okay, what we will do?
we'll place the flask in a basin.
Okay, place the conical flask in with the colored water in a basin, okay? And then we put hot water in the basin. Can you imagine it? Boleh bayang?
Boleh.
Okay. So what happened when you put the conical flask in hot water? What will
The
you
water
observe?
level increase.
Yes, you will observe the level of the colored water increases. Okay, very good. Okay. Sorry lah, anak saya pun bangun pagi ni. Okay. Okay. Okay, so when you put the conical flask in hot water, you will see after 5 minutes, the colored water will rise up, the level will rise up. So what is that? Why is that? That is because liquid also expands. Okay, now you take the colored water in the conical flask, you take the conical flask in and you put into ice cubes. Okay? In a basin of ice cubes. What's going to happen? The level will
decrease.
The level of colored water will decrease. And that is because the liquid what happened? Okay, the liquid contracts. Okay? Okay. And then we have another activity. So here is a balloon. Okay. And then what we do, this one. Okay. We set up the apparatus and then observe and record the condition of the balloon. Okay. We put the balloon and the conical flask in hot water. What do you think you will observe? The balloon will
Expand.
expand. Okay, so from these activities here, it shows that we can conclude that okay, solid, liquid, and also gas expand and also contract. Okay, now look at the questions. Okay, first, give an inference for your observation in activity A. So what do you think is the inference? So our inference is this one. Okay, contract. Okay, why is colored water used in activity B? Now, why we use colored water? Why do you think? Why cannot we just use plain water? Why the water must be colored?
so that it's easy to use.
Why do you think we use colored water?
Maybe to make us like see how much it has. Oh my gosh, I cannot.
Okay. Right, thank you for the suggestion. Anyone else? Why do you think we use colored water?
To see changes in contraction.
I cannot hear you. Macam mana?
To see changes in contraction.
Yes, very good. Okay, excellent. Okay, Anisha and Naufal, thank you. See clearly what happens, kan? Okay, alright. So we can see the level, the changes of level clearly. Okay, the next one. The next question is, what causes the physical changes to the balloon in activity C? Okay, what is the physical changes at the balloon? The balloon expand. Right. What causes the balloon expand?
Heat.
Heat. Okay, how heat makes the balloon expand? What the heat does that enables the balloon to have physical changes. Okay. Any idea? Yes, heat causes the balloon to expand. Okay, but how? Alright, so we can explain that one in the principle of expansion and contraction of matter. So what did the principle say? You
Yes.
see in the diagram here now. Apa yang awak nampak sekarang? Can you see anything on the screen now? What do you see?
Yes.
Tak puas aku tak ada orang cakap. Okay. The particles. Are the particles closely together?
Yes.
Yes. So what do you think we have now? A solid, liquid,
Solid.
or gas?
Solid.
Solid. Solid.
Okay, very good. We are having a solid. Okay. Why do we say it is a solid? Because the particles are closely packed together. Kan? Dia tersusun. Okay, so if you look at the diagram, okay, dia vibrates. So particles vibrate at fixed position. So fixed position. The positions are not changing. They are just vibrating. Okay. Now, when heated, the particles vibrate faster. Okay. So let's say I heat this one. Okay. Now you will see the vibration will be much faster. Why is that? Okay, and then not only it moves faster, it vibrates faster, they will move further apart from each other. Okay, so after we heat it, you will see they move slightly apart from each other. Okay, and then that causes the volume of the solid to increase. So that means this particle here, for example, okay, will move somewhere else lah, ataupun okay, that expands, right? So the volume increases. This is how we explain how solid expands. So just now we have a balloon. Is the balloon solid, liquid, or gas?
Gas.
Balloon. The balloon is the balloon. The balloon itself. The balloon itself is a solid, but we
Solid.
have gas in the balloon,
Gas.
right? We have gas in the balloon. So when the solid is cool, okay, just now we talked about when solid is heated. Now what happens when the solid is cool? Okay, when the solid is cool, the particles will vibrate
Slower.
slower. Okay, and they will move closer. Okay, they move closer to one another, and then volume will decrease. Okay, do you think you will be able to explain this one when I ask you again next time? Okay, so nanti saya akan tanya balik lah ya. Alright, so this one, right, we say solid contracts. Okay, what is contract? Menge,
Bang.
Cuten.
menge,
Cuten.
mengecut. Okay. Next, okay, so now look at this diagram. Is the diagram different from the previous diagram you saw? You watch.
Yes.
Okay, so now what do you think we have? We have a
Liquid.
Liquid.
liquid. Why is it a liquid? Because you see the particles are far apart from each other and they are not at fixed position. Okay, they are not arranged, and this is a
Gas.
gas. They are very far from each other. Okay, about particles. Liquid and gas move freely. Okay, we say liquid and gas move freely. When heated, the particles move faster, just like solid particles, and randomly. Okay, they will move randomly. Okay, the distance between the particles also increases. Okay, the particles distance will increase, and the volume also increases. So why is that? Because liquid and gas also expands. However, when we cool them, okay, they will move slower and move closer to one another. So the volume will decrease. That is when we say liquid and gas contract. So here are examples of uses of expansion and contraction in our daily life.
Wire
Any other
electric.
examples? Yeah?
Electric also too.
Jarly.
Jar
Wire
lid. Okay, very
electric.
good. Okay, sometimes when you close the jar very tight, so one way to open the jar, you will put the lid in hot water. So what happened to the lid? The lid akan expand.
Expand.
So you boleh buka. So this one, gambar apa ni? The first diagram ni. This is a
Flyover.
flyover ke bridge. Okay, very good. Thank you. So this is example of a bridge. Okay. So at the bottom part tu, bottom part of the bridge, you will see rollers. Okay, ada banyak lah roller satu bahagian. Lepas tu kan, contoh kalau bridge kan, okay, bridge tu rollers dekat bawah ni. Okay. So what is the function of the rollers? Okay, the rollers enables the bridge to move. Okay, to move, okay, back and forth, okay, when it expands and contracts. Okay, not only the bridge have rollers, the bridge also has gaps at one end, yeah. So that allows the bridge to expand. If there is no gap, no rollers, what will happen to the bridge when it expands? It will be broken, kan, akan rosak lah, musnah, it will destruct, kan. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Okay, and then this is railway track. Okay, so if you look at the railway track, so here, okay, ada banyak lah bahagian, so I just focus on one part. Okay, so that is a gap. Okay, the gap is there to enable the railway track to expand in hot weather. Okay, without these gaps, the track will buckle up and overlap and destructive, kan? So kita kena buat lagi yang baru. We don't want that to happen. And finally, this is another example. Okay, this is a thermometer. What we put in the thermometer? We use mercury. Okay, why we use mercury? Because mercury is a heat conductor, so it can expand and contract. Okay, and this is another application that is very useful in our daily life. How it works? So, so for a fire alarm, okay, we have bimetallic strip. Okay, we have bimetallic strips. Okay, ada dua ni. Kenapa nama dia bi? Bi means two. We have two strips here. One is copper strip and then another one is iron strip. Okay, at room temperature, okay, you will see the both of them have same length. They are same length, right? So bimetallic strip is usually used in devices that depend on temperature regulation. So what is this mean? That means we will have bimetallic strip when the devices change to if there is change in temperature. What is an example? Example. Now look at that. So the strip is made of two different types of metal. So the two different, why we have two different types? Okay, we have copper type and then another type is iron. Why is that? Because copper and iron, they are different type. Therefore, they expand and contract at different rates. Okay, so the fire alarm system shown is designed with a circuit which is incomplete at room temperature. So this one is at room temperature. No fire. Tak ada fire, tak ada api berlaku. When there is no fire, the circuit is incomplete. So, there is no current flowing. When there is no current flowing, fire alarm will not break off, kan? Okay, dia tak akan berbunyi. Now, what happen when there is fire? Okay, when there is fire, temperature increases. So what happens when temperature increases? Heat supply. When heat is supplied, what happen? Yeah, the bimetallic strip will expand. However, the rate of expansion is different. Okay, now look at this diagram here. Okay, so now look at this. What do you see here? Which one is more melengkung? Which one expands more? Copper or iron?
Copper.
Copper.
Copper. How membengkok?
Oh.
Because copper expand faster than the steel strip. So that causes the strip bend towards the contact point. So when they are in contact, so there will be current flowing. When current flowing, fire alarm rings. Okay, so that is a very good example in our daily life. Okay, so the okay, what else? The uses of principle of expansion and contraction. So this is a situation. Situation one. Okay, so someone has mentioned about this just now. So you just submerge the bottle lid in hot water for a moment. Then the lid will expand and then it will open easily. Situation number two. Okay, so you look at the tennis ball. Tennis ball tu kemit kan, dented. So how to make the tennis ball round back? So you just put the ball in a basin of hot water and then that will cause the ping pong ball to expand. Okay, and then causes the air to expand. Alright, okay, so before we talk about our assignments, can someone tell me what you learned today? Okay, what summary?
The conclusion that we learned today is solid, liquid, and gas can expand.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Putra Abdul Qayyum. Can you tell me one of the activities to show that a solid, liquid, and gas expands? Can you describe an activity? Yeah.
Apa teacher cakap tadi?
Can you describe an activity that that shows solid or gas or liquid expand and contract? Describe an activity that we have discussed. Okay, apa aktiviti tadi yang kita bincang tadi? Siapa nak share?
Metal bar,
Sorry?
metal bar and God.
Metal bar. You hit the metal bar and then you will see your observation. It will not fit in again. Okay, thank you, Anisha. Any other activity we discussed just now?
Hot
Did we
water and
discuss?
balloon.
Okay, thank you very much, Atika Najwa. Hot water in a balloon is placed in hot water. What happened to the balloon?
Expand.
The balloon expands. Okay, so those are the activities. Okay, when solid, liquid, and gas expand, what happened to their volumes? Yes, miss. What happened to the volume of solid, liquid, and gas when they are heated?
They will increase.
Okay, the volume increases. Thank you. Why the volume increases when we heat solid, liquid, or gas? Ruvenish? Rao?
Yes.
Okay, why the volume increases when we heat the solid, liquid, or gas?
Because of the temperature,
Because
the boiling, because of the boiling point,
the
the boiling point.
the boiling point.
Hmm.
We didn't mention anything about the boiling point just now, right? Rao? Why is the volume increases?
The temperature increases.
That is not correct. Okay, so just now, let's say saya ada satu solid. Okay, saya panaskan solid tu. Okay, so for example, the metal bar tadi lah. Do you still remember the metal bar? I heat the metal bar. Okay, now the metal bar, you said expands when you heat. Kenapa expand? Because you apply heat. Okay, and then the temperature increases, heat is applied. What makes the volume increases?
The particle vibrate.
Ah,
Particles expand and vibrate.
the particles move away from each other. The particles distance between each other increases. That's why kan tadi particles tu rapat, are close together. But when they are heated, they will be far from each other. So ada distance tu. So jarak-jarak tu will cause the solid ataupun liquid or gas to expand. Okay, so that is what we learned today. Alright, so let's get full marks for this one. Okay, this is actually a project-based learning. Okay, so this is a project. So you have to design a green home. Okay, so the green home, okay, where energy used for cooling the house okay, can be reduced. So kita nak reducekan energy consumption. So you can design or innovate in a local or global context. So it's okay. You must build the home, Awak kena bina rumah tu. You can use boxes, you can use apa-apalah materials yang, please use waste materials. Jangan guna barang yang awak beli semata-mata untuk buat projek ni, Tapi kalau nak beli sikit-sikit yang memang dah ada adik punya ke, hiasan-hiasan awak yang lama tu bolehlah. Wallpaper. Okay, and then your design must fulfill this criteria. Okay, boleh screenshot ni semua ni. Energy efficient, water efficiency, and then sustainable construction site. And then you ada mention construction materials dia gunakan materials yang bagus untuk buat rumah. Contoh kita guna tanah liat. Kenapa tanah liat? And then you build the building and then present by recording a video presentation. So hand in nanti you give me the link. Okay. But make sure the link is public lah. So kalau kadang-kadang awak letak dalam Instagram kan, awak tak public kan, tak boleh lah saya nak tengok. Okay. Ataupun you can just send me in the form of MP4 pun boleh. MP4 file. Email MP4 file pun boleh. Okay, any question about this PBL task?